Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm bringing you a Black Ops 2 gameplay. I'm going to be using the Diamond Camo Sega 12. I have, I believe, extended mags, laser sight, and then the long barrel attachment on it. I don't really recall what my perks are. I usually have the same perk let out for all my rushing classes, but I'm going to try and do some work with the Sega 12 again because you guys seem to enjoy the last Sega 12 upload that I did, because I don't really see that much gameplay on YouTube of people using the Sega 12 in Black Ops 2, and heck, I mean, I don't really even see that much Black Ops 2 gameplay anymore. I wonder why. Treyarch, you have answers to need to be answered. Okay, questions need to be answers. Okay, that was a fail there, but too bad. Not gonna edit it out. I'm lazy. Just messing with you guys. But anyway, what I really want to talk about today was just you know, I like to let you guys in on a little bit of some stuff that goes on in my life and all that. And another thing that has been occurring this week in school. So it's been occurring in my English 3 class. We've been reading this book. It's called The Great Gatsby. Some of you've probably heard of it. I mean, it's apparently a pretty popular book. Why? I'm not exactly for sure. I mean, I'm not really a book person, so I don't really know. I mean, I won't be able to understand why it's so popular, but I'll just take people's word for it that it's apparently a quality book. So with that being said, we pretty much have to read it in English 3 class, and this is one of our first books that we've had to read so far throughout the whole year. So it's past half a year, and we just now started reading one of the books. So I mean, I'm glad we didn't have to read it throughout the rest of the year, because pretty much the first half of the year we were just writing a lot of papers and all that boring stuff. You know, you guys, if you're ever in high school and you understand how English is, it's kind of a boring class. I mean, you're usually writing. It's similar to history class. I mean, you're pretty much just writing, except it's not really necessarily notes, more or less. It's just writing a story. Now, I'm not bragging, but I can write a pretty good story. It doesn't mean that I enjoy doing it. I mean, you know, if I have a topic that I have to do, it doesn't necessarily mean that I enjoy it. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative, but there is some pretty boring stuff that we have to choose a topic over in English 3, and actually I have another story that I have to write sometime. I don't know when that's due. I have to check on that actually after this commentary before it gets too late and I don't have enough time, but I'm pretty sure I have a pretty decent amount of time deadline, you know, to do that. Not really looking forward to it. It's another paper that I have to write, and it's going to suck because it's going to be like 2 or 3 pages, I believe, and I don't know, just all that boring stuff. But anyway, you know, as we were reading this book, we got through about chapters 4 and 5. We're on the 5th chapter right now. You know, we pretty much have to finish this by the next week, and you know, we're going to do a test over that Monday. And the thing that I don't like about these tests are, it's pretty much just the, you know, what was in the story. And it's kind of hard to remember some of the stuff that occurred when you're not enjoying the book. For instance, I don't really like the book that well. I don't really find it that interesting, so it is really difficult for me to recall, you know, exactly what went on in the book. And I don't want to go back and reread the book like 2 or 3 times just to do that, because I think that's kind of stupid. I don't really like the fact that we have to take tests over that. Shouldn't we just be able to read the book and then take some notes over it and then be done? But apparently we have to take a test over every, you know, 2 or 3 chapters, and there's like, I'd say there's about 10 chapters roughly in the book. I don't know, I haven't flipped through the whole thing. We've only gotten 2, like I said, chapter 5. But anyway, a lot of kids are saying, you know, and us teenagers, you know, we pretty much are always involved with technology, so we don't really seem like, you know, we just have so many distractions that we don't think we have the time to read. And don't get me wrong, I don't really like reading, but a lot of people, they're like, I don't have the time for this. And you know, there is a lot of people that are busy in high school, much more busy than I myself am. But you know, of course it can be just excuses, but I'm not gonna lie, it seems like from this day and age compared to a few years ago, maybe 10, 15, even 20 years ago, we have way more distractions as far as like Twitter and Facebook and all that crap goes. And I don't know, I mean, I'm not saying that you know, reading got more boring, but I mean, it seems as if people just don't enjoy it as much, and I can understand why. But this one kid suggested, hey, how about is there an app for it on the phone or something? I'm like, are you serious? You think you're going to actually enjoy the book more on the phone just because it's on a phone instead of a book? That makes zero sense. I mean, think about it. It's kind of like, oh, I would rather eat my dinner on a glass or clay plate than a paper plate. It doesn't taste any better. The food is not going to taste better. And it's so silly that people actually come up with this stuff. And it gave me the idea for a new series called maybe some stuff that people say, that, you know, like the things people say. And it's pretty funny that someone actually thought that he could get more enjoyment out of actually reading it from a phone. And he's probably still not going to do it just because. But I just thought it was kind of funny, and I had to tell you guys about it. But I hope you enjoyed this gameplay, and I guess I will see you in the next commentary.